Yo, what up? What up? What up? What we got? What's up? What's going on, man? One person? We got one person in here. How do we have one person in here? How's that even possible? One person. Shit. One person? We gotta step this shit up. We need to step this up. Where's everybody at? Let me invite J-Bone Capone. If he wants to come in. You know how J-Bone is. He'd be mad bony. Boom. J-Bone Capone. It looks like it's just you. What's three of us? I don't know who the other two are. Could be my man Fred being quiet. Who knows, man? Who knows? We're gonna find out though. Shit. I'm about to make this Knicks video. I'm about to make a Knicks video. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm gonna drop that tomorrow. Knicks video. There he is. Michael, what's up? What's up? What's up? Where's everybody at? The hell is going on here? Why is there only two of you trick ass busters? Some bullshit. Just two of you? Nah, chill, B. Chill, B. Nah, man, I'm gonna make a dope video. You see what's going on here? Dude's just climbing the walls. I mean, we got like fucking Hitler-like crowds outside. Like, it's mad people. Two of the originals. Yeah, man, but, you know, 5 minutes in, only two people? What'd I do? What's going on here? We need more people up in this bitch. I had a long day. I had a long day, people. I had a long motherfucking day. Did you feel me? So, shit. Where's everybody at? Let's get this popping. We'll see if J-Bone Capone comes in. Jay Nizzle. Jay Nizzle. All right, we're playing you punk ass, bitch ass, mark ass busters next. That's right. We got to play the Indiana Fruitcakes. Oh, shit, I forgot. This is like you and me in the ring, Yayan. The Knicks versus Pacers is going to play out. New York versus Indiana is going to play out how if this New York dude got in the ring with that Indiana dude right here, how that would turn out. It would be a vicious, merciless ass whooping. Right? Pacers in 6. You know the Pacers aren't winning. Come on. Let's not be silly. What up, Bam Bam? Pacers in 6. Kalia, nice of you to join us. You're late. You're 7 minutes late. But fuck it. You're going on vacation for 8 days. As soon as I sell my club, if and when, vacation too. First one I've taken in like 2 years. What up, Joaquin? Hell yeah. Nah, man, the Pacers are getting stomped out. Pacers are getting stomped out like some roaches. You're right. I really do believe he might be gay. But that doesn't mean he can't play. He might be gay, but he can still play. Hit that tray all up in your face. In your face. What do you say? He might be gay, he can still play. Hit that tray up in your Indiana Fay. Make that nylon sway. Doing it all day. Come on. But yeah, I think he's gay. I don't think people talk like that who aren't. Like, he's gay. There's something a little off about him, too. I think he's gay. But, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. I was just surprised how it's not talked about more. Because she's very effeminate. At times. I don't watch him. See, I've never really watched him interviewed. I don't really watch interviews. So if I did, maybe I'd get a little more. You know what I mean? There's had to have been gay superstars in the NBA. But we just don't know who they are. Because they don't come out, probably. There has to have been. I wonder which one. Anyway. All right, we got 12 up in this bitch. 12 up in this bitch. Now I see 13 on my list. Hit these dudes with the iron fist. Blast the mist off their cabbage. Like a savage. I ravage the honeys. Like Playboy bunnies. Ain't nothing funny. All right, sorry. Rodman wasn't bisexual. He straight up said he wasn't gay. He just said he liked to cross-dress. Dwight Howard, I've heard that rumor. He's refused to deny it or to confirm it. So I can't tell if he's on some, like, fuck you, my business is my business type shit, just like fuck the media shit, or if he's really just gay and doesn't want to say it. It's hard to tell. Yes, I saw Sinners. Saw it like 2 weeks ago. Shut up. Fucking annoying cat. Get out of here. Get out of here, you dipshit. Beat it. Yeah, I saw Sinners, Clee. I thought it was dope. Me and my wife saw it. We thought it was dope. I didn't even know it was about vampires. Shit threw me out. Threw me for a loop. Dwight Howard is on a video grabbing penis during an NBA game. Like by mistake. I mean, I don't think he's... Like, if he's gay, I don't think he's trying to sexually assault dudes during a game. Like, come on. You know, that is like people are reaching. Now, if there's a video, a hidden camera video of him getting busy with some dude in a club somewhere in somebody's house, that's more believable. But come on. Someone get the link. You can get the link, but nah, I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe that it's a real gay, active gayness. You know what I'm saying? He said, it don't matter where I lay my wood. That's the cat. That was the cat. Soundtrack for Sinners is good. What up, Isaiah? Where you been? Where you been? Isaiah GQ? What? How'd you know it was the cat? I heard her run. She's like going crazy down here, meowing in my face, interrupting me. No, it's not your fault. I saw Account 2 the other day. Solid movie. Account. Okay. Yeah, man, we're waiting. We haven't been going out. We've been trying to save money. So as soon as we get this shit sold, we're going to just go back. And nothing extravagant, just like normal shit, like going to see a movie, going out to dinner every now and then. I mean, we've been pinching shit tight. Pinching it tight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make the next video. I'm just going to do a highlight of Game 6. Show some highlights of them going wild in New York after. There's one video I saw of a dude throwing a garbage can, throwing a bag of garbage at a dude in a Pacers jersey. Yeah, and that's going to be, if you came, that'd be me. I'd be throwing garbage at you. So, Marco, what do you think about Tim Bradley's assessment of Teo versus Ennis? He thinks Teo can beat him or even hurt him. He thinks he can or can't. What's the link? What is you saying? I don't see any link. What is you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Huh? Mm-hmm. Anyway. What up, Chi-Town? He thinks he can. Nixon 6. Hell yeah, Nixon 6. You know, Indiana is an open carry state, Mark. Open carry state. Don't come down here playing. Let me tell you something. I will hit you with an original recipe 4-piece before you can even reach down for the Thule. Blah, blah, blah. You'll stiffen in midair like you got hit with Dr. Freeze's cryo gun while you're reaching. But I would have hit you before, so you'll stiffen like this. Boom. Like a freshly cut redwood. Timber. So you can reach for whatever you want. Oh shit, look who it is, everybody. Look who it is. My friend and yours.
Tutti frutti. It's fun to stay at the Tutti frutti. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
All right, he's here. My jab is quicker than your trigger finger. Hell yeah. I will lay Yayan out. Lay him out. I don't care if you had a Star Trek laser gun. I will hit you with a bolo punch that will travel faster than the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. Whoop-up! Vander Holyfield, best heavyweight of the 90s. That is incorrect. That is erroneous. That is, as the young kids would say, cap. That's more cap than, you got more caps than lids. Unk, I was clip farming on the bag, want to see. The fuck does clip farming mean? I see you allow racism on your channel as long as you super chat here and there. Okay. So used to having it sometimes I don't even know it's there. What, the Thule? You really carry one all the time? Shit. You want to see my weapons? These is my weapons. These is my weapons. I don't need no damn Thule. Ignore him. Or just time him out. You got the wrench. Do what you got to do. Lennox for sure. Why, Badger? Because he beat Tyson and Evander. Beat Evander twice. Technically once, but we all know he won both fights easy. And he destroyed Tyson. It ain't even close. Just ignore him. I don't carry no Thule, but my spirit guardians always protect me. A few times I got lucky. I can read crazy. So if I'm in front of somebody who has nothing to lose, and I read that and it's not worth it, there's some dudes who are if a dude is so nasty that I don't even want to fight him because touching him grosses me out, that's when you got to be like, you know what? Why not? What the fuck you mean, why not? That makes it a billion times more likely that you'll die if you have a gun on you. Look at the stats. That's fair. I thought those fights were... Nope, 90s, baby, baby. It's almost never worth it, man. You tell him, start lying. That's a fact. Me man, start lying. That's a fact. Did you guys see my Riddick Bowe video today? If not, I could play it. Up to yous. I thought it was a pretty good piece of work. Did you guys see it? Top 3 trainers. Manuel Stewart. Customato. Maybe Eddie Futch. Maybe that's hard. You act like I'm playing with it. Ew. Ew, what you mean? Oh, you saw that. Shit's dope, right? I liked it. I liked the energy in it too. I wasn't screaming like a maniac, but I thought it was good. Thanks, man. That's tough though. Because more couldn't come to me right off jump. More trainers couldn't really come to me. I got the iron mic. It's a custom auto. You walk around with a gun, an automatic weapon you walk around with? Why? Have you ever had to use it? Pack will do it. You watching Marv Nation card? Nope, I am not. Talk to me. Is it good? That's a bar, Unc. Okay. Nah, and I hope not. See? So what's the fuck's the point of carrying it? That's what I was asking fucking Johnny. Johnny was like, yeah, always carry it. I'm like, okay. Have you ever had a situation where you had to use it? No. Okay. Like, I get if you're live a lifestyle or you're in situations where you always got to use it, carry it. Otherwise, what for? I don't get fucking guns, but whatever. Yeah, but Marco, you know that if the same boxers Holyfield fought Tyson 4 or 5 years earlier, not 4 or 5, Shane. Try 10 years earlier, more. 1988, 1988, 1989. Then maybe. Other than that, nope. What up, Adrian? The cliche, rather get caught with it than without it. Well, hopefully you don't die one day because of that shit, or get paralyzed, like for the juice. Marco, you grew up in New York. Y'all barely had guns. Yeah, we don't have guns. Exactly. That's why dudes know how to fight. I thought dudes with guns were pussies. I don't mean you. I mean, dude, when I was growing up, if somebody can't get out of a situation with their words or with their hands, to me, that's a pussy. Just, poof. Oh, you're so, like, and it's funny, those guys are the ones who pulled out, like, look at you. Oh, you a bitch ass motherfucker right now, huh? Oh, you ain't talking now, huh? Oh, you a bitch. It's like, I'm the bitch. You have to pull out a fucking piece of toast because you can't use your words and you definitely can't fight. But I'm the bitch. No, the man who's avoiding a fair one-on-one fight, the way God intended it, the way the cavemans did it. That is a bitch. My opinion. What up, Yov? Does NY allow guns? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't think they allow concealed or open carry. I don't think. I know for cops, but I don't think, no. I'm pretty sure no. Somebody else in here probably knows better than me. But no, I know for a fact it's not like the South. Dudes have to be, I believe, some kind of military or law enforcement or something. But, the hell do I know? Yeah, fuck guns. God intended for us to throw rocks. Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. I split rocks like an archaeologist. I'm telling you, I split more rocks than an archaeologist. Lunatics are everywhere. Shots can happen in malls, movies, theaters, supermarkets. So, when was the last time you were anywhere in a mall, a movie theater, or a supermarket and somebody was shooting, Shane? I know the answer to that because I know you. Never. So, shut the fuck up. I get people who've been traumatized, right? You've been there, some shit has happened to you, or it happens. I get that. But the people who are like 99% of people who I know who have guns never have needed to use them. Never been in a situation like it's a. I feel like it's a. They feel powerful. All right. But again, look at the statistics. If you have a gun, look at how high the likelihood of you dying from gun violence or being fucking paralyzed increases when you carry one all the time. They don't play by them rules no more, Unc. They'll shoot you till you catch on fire. Maybe in Indiana. I don't know. I mean, maybe. But like I said, I never have been in. Actually, and you know what's funny? I've been in 2 situations where I've had guns pulled on me. And I still don't feel the need to have one because 2 situations out of the hundreds of other kind of violence or robberies or whatever that I've been around, only 2 with guns. But I also grew up in an area in Hell's Kitchen that was real dangerous. So that's different. Yeah, I ain't grew up like on a farm. What you doing? Shooting the raccoons? Boom, 10 points. Like, what the fuck you need a gun for? Nah, I don't know. I mean, maybe your area was tough. I fuck with you. I don't know. I'm assuming it wasn't, though. Like, not mad. Like, you probably grew up in a rougher area, I guess, like a hood part, but it wasn't like New York. Not like, but I don't know. I don't know. You know them states that allow open carry, it's less gun violence. Is it? No, I didn't know that. But I do know that as a whole, again, those who carry guns increase the likelihood of being killed or injured from gun violence very, very tremendously high. The likelihood's increased. I do know that. So, because I think you said you did. Matter of fact, didn't you say you grew up in the projects? Somebody, when we were watching Caleb Plant's project, one of you guys was like, "That's projects. I grew up there." I thought that was you. The second dangerous, the city. But what part of the city do you live in? That's a whole difference. That's like saying, yo, Manhattan is one of the most dangerous places in the world. Yeah, it is. But if you grew up on the Upper East Side or Madison Avenue in Midtown, you're in the safest possible part. So city is one thing. What hood, what part of the city were you in the dangerous part? See, people try and blanket statement to make themselves sound tough. I'm not saying you, but in general, like, yeah, I'm from the most dangerous city. Yeah? What part? Park Avenue, you know what I'm saying? But you know, but a couple blocks away, it was tough. It was rough. So shut up. So I don't know what your area was hardcore or not. But like Shane went from living in the ghettoest fucking part of like, is that Harlem? Nah, you were almost at Harlem. Shane's area was on the verge of, it was like kind of ghetto, kind of not. And then obviously when his family got, you know, when his brother popped off, he started living in a really nice part. Zorro, you fucking prick. I don't know if you saw, but I hit up, did you see? I hit up Kevin Kelly. And I don't know if you saw it. If you didn't, I'll pull it up. He sent me a picture of him and his mom. And his mom is, in fact, 100% Puerto Rican. You were correct, you fucking prick. I mean, I can say the blocks. It's not like you would. No, I'm not asking. I'm saying, is this shit rough? Do you live in the rough part? Or is just the city itself rough? That's what I'm saying. Gary, Indiana. That's a tough one. Yes, you were right. In the country, need them coyotes, snakes, wolves, Oklahoma, but in the highlands, it's dangerous here, but a carry state, though. So what's up? If someone breaks into my home, I'm assuming they're to do harm. Of course. In your home. I don't want guns anywhere, but I am more apt to understand keeping one in your home. But then you can go into like, what if your kid finds it, whatever, in a safe. But just walking around all the time? Oh my, who would have known? I mean, everybody didn't believe you. I will say Kevin Kelly's pretty fucking dark. Like he did not, his dad must be African because he doesn't have an inch, because he's actually a dark-skinned dude. I was shocked because his mom she's darkish, but she's still like, she has straight hair. She's She's like you, Zorro, actually. She kind of has your complexion. So go figure. Genetics are crazy. I did, in fact, grow up in the hood, and yeah, that was me that said, oh, so you're just trying to make me sound racist just to fuck with me. That's rude. That's rude. That's fucking rude. You mean Puerto Ricans can be black? No, I mean somebody whose mother is clearly not black, dark skin, but straight hair, no black fucking features. I mean I grew up around a lot of mixes, and that's rare to see somebody that has a black father and a mother of her complexion to look like the way he looks. He took way more of his dad's DNA, which is usually doesn't happen. There's usually more of a mix. Maybe he got color from grandparents. Nah, this is, he didn't show me his dad's picture. In all the UK, they'll have to worry about the butter knife. Yeah, I've been using that one. One of my sayings was like, after he goes down, he gets up, unable to pull the trigger like he's a UK cop. Not bad, right? You consider yourself Bulgarian, but isn't only one of your parents Bulgarian? Yes, sir. I absolutely do. We're talking about the way people look, not what they consider themselves. I look full Bulgarian, though, because I do look more like my mother. So in that aspect, you're right. But again, when you're dealing with the skin color and shit, like I told you, I grew up around a lot of mixed people in New York, way more than you did out there in fucking Disneyland. And it's rare that somebody would be as dark as him and have the features he does and his mother be half Puerto Rican. It happens, obviously. He's an example. I know a couple where it's happened, but it's rare. Plus, I don't think you know what the fuck you be talking about. Like, I don't be listening to you. So I just thought you were wrong because you're a bitch-ass mother lover. But you were right. So I need 5 mins before you shut the club down. I'm surprised guns haven't made it to the UK. I wonder how they... Yeah, I don't know either. Puerto Ricans can be different. Oh, my goodness. You're not listening. I'm talking about this specific... Maybe you did hear me. Maybe you wrote that before I said it. His specific case. It's all case-by-case basis. Yeah, people could be fucking completely African, but be Puerto Rican or be Honduran. I'm talking about Kevin Kelly. His mom being the complexion she is, that's surprising the way he came out. But you were right. Unfortunately for me, you were right. Probably the first time it's ever happened. UK dudes think they tough, or Canadian dudes hilarious. You think you tough? I hate your black skin. I hate the back of your wait, what did he say? I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. What did he say? Most of all, I hate that black ass Wesley Snipes. What movie is that from? My father is mixed race, and you can't tell when you see me. Yeah, there you go. So you're kind of like him.
Are we talking about Puerto Ricans?
Nah, I was telling Zorro that he was right about the whole Kevin Kelly thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What's going on, Marco? What's going on, chat?
Chilling. Look good. Look
Oh, I jumped in. You guys are talking about Puerto Ricans, racism, guns. I mean, what's going on, man?
Yeah, like his mom's was pretty much your complexion. Kevin Kelly's, I would say, Johnny. Maybe a little darker, but close. Maybe he used a lot of... Oh, Jesus. Clarissa, why are you trying to make me say that word? That's rude. That's rude.
De La Vega. Vega was right, man.
I mean, every day, what was that old saying? The sun shines on a cow's ass once a day?
On a dog's ass, I believe.
Whatever it is. All the asses. Somebody's being a poor winner. Thank you, Rich. Poor winner. No, what is it? Yeah, poor winner. Sore loser? Is it poor winner? No, what do they call it? The opposite of a sore loser. When you're like a gloating winner. What's that? Isn't there a saying for that? We'll just call it, we'll call it the Vega. The Vega.
Vega?
Yeah. The
Vega wants to talk boxing, man.
Harlem Nights. No, sir, Yayin. That was from Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking your juice in the hood. Dave Allen, KO of the year. That was a good KO.
That
Yes,
shit was
Johnny
a
and
good
Marco don't
KO.
like Puerto Ricans. No, I just don't like you.
I know.
I don't like
I know.
you. I like Johnny. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? What else you teach me tonight? Winner ain't poor. I'm gonna make a Knicks video. I was telling everybody I'm gonna make a because I was doing basketball for a little bit. Shaq be reposting them. I'm gonna make a Knicks video because you see now these fucking psychos are climbing all over the place. Like after last night's win.
Oh, the people
Right,
in the
we didn't
street.
talk, and you gave it away, but you were funny because I was like, I don't know what happened, but and then you were just like, you just like kind of like it was a.
I was
I mean,
trying not to blow it for you, bro.
they fucking stomped him out with steel toe Tims, stomped him. Woo,
Yeah, it got ugly.
curb
It got
stomped him.
ugly. It got ugly. But the next series is gonna be good, man. You got a rivalry. Knicks versus Pacers. That's a rivalry.
I was telling Yayan, we are going to stomp them. We're going to curb stomp them out.
I don't know about that.
Oh, we're going to curb stomp them. Curb stomp them. Vega Punk 01. Damn. Oh, wow. You watched the Fisher versus Allen rematch? I don't believe you. Kiss my ass. Oh, that's one of the movies. And you never liked that? Don't be a
Man,
menace.
Vega came in here throwing buckshots, bro. I don't like the way you say Knicks. I'm offended. Me or Marco?
Probably me.
I'm not a Knicks fan. Shane, what's
Wait,
good, my brother?
whoa. You're not a Knicks fan?
No, I'm not a Knicks
What
fan.
you mean?
I was
Who?
born in Brooklyn, bro. I'm a Nets fan.
Okay, Johnny, now I'm going to have to school the chat. I don't have to school you because I know you know this. The Nets, especially when you were a young buck, were from fucking Jersey. So
Very,
that
very
is
true.
that. No.
I became a Net fan when they moved to Brooklyn.
So growing up, you were a Knicks fan and you just stopped?
No. Growing up, I was a Michael Jordan fan.
Oh, you're one of those guys. You know
Yeah.
what? I wish I was one of those guys. I would have had a much happier childhood.
Yeah. I was more of a Michael Jordan fan, not a team or Knick fan. I
Oh,
don't know. I never really been a Knick fan per se. I mean, I guess when I was young, I used to support him because I lived in New York, but I wasn't really a Knick fan.
Vega,
Yeah, actually, Vega's right.
he played you out.
Yeah, I'm not a big NBA basketball fan today because of the way the game has changed, bro. It's so watered down, bro. It's whack.
I mean, did you see that video of this dude wearing a Pacers jersey getting garbage thrown at him?
Nah, I didn't see that.
There's some dude, I think it was the same night the Knicks won last night, and there was a whole bunch of Knicks going crazy, and they fucking threw two bags of garbage off the New York street.
Of course they did because they're Knick fans. Knick
I don't.
fans are fucking lunatics, man.
I'm not a lunatic. You know what the problem is? Maybe I am, but here's the problem.
They're lunatics, man. They're out of control.
We have the ultimate case of blue balls.
Okay.
The Knicks have been cock teases for 30, 40, 51 years, right?
Okay.
Like, you want some? You want some? I'm going to let you get close. Psych! We got blue balls, so we're angry. What happens to dudes when they get blue balls? They're like, ah! You know what I'm saying?
No, you guys are desperate to win a championship. I know how that feels. I'm a Jet fan.
So when we
But
win,
you guys are just fucking crazy. Like,
when we win, dudes are going to unload like Dennis Rodman at the Bunny Ranch. They're just going to unload, fully unload like Dennis Rodman at the Bunny Ranch. They're going to be drained. That's how we're going to, because it's so long.
you guys fight with each other. Instead of celebrating with each other, you fight with each other. Like, there were fights, I heard in the city last night.
I
And
didn't
it's
see
totally
that.
all Knick fans. Like,
I
what the
believe
hell is
you, but I
going
just
on?
didn't see that.
Vegas said I'm a bandwagon fan. If the Orlando Magic are winning, I'll root for them. If the Heat are winning, I'll root for them. Absolutely, Vega. Absolutely, because I'm not a loser. I root for only winning teams, bro.
Fuck, what's Vega's first name? I'm forgetting for some reason.
Alex
Vega, right? Alejandro de la Vega.
Alejandro Vega.
He probably doesn't speak a word of Spanish. He's probably one of those like, ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? He's one of those fake ass. All right. See, now I'm sounding like Ness, but I'm just joking.
Football, bro. Football is my shit. I'm going to be doing a football show.
I hate
starting in the end of August.
Oh shit. I'm gonna start focusing on B-ball now because you know what I'm saying? I gotta do some of these videos. I can do some of these videos, man. This shit. Yeah. I'd rather not talk about basketball. I'd rather talk about basketball than Berlanga. I agree with you,
You a
Alex.
hater. Both of y'all haters, bro. Where's my
You're
hater
just
song?
friends
I got
with,
a
or
hater
whatever.
song.
You know him.
Do I
Friend.
got a hater song? Hold on.
Do you have his phone number?
Do
Do you have Berlanga's phone number?
Y'all some haters, bro.
Yo, do you have his phone number, Johnny?
I
don't
don't
want
have
it.
his phone
I'm just
number.
curious if you have
No,
it.
no, I don't have his phone number, but
Okay.
we DM often.
You do. Okay. So you don't have
Yeah.
his phone number. So you're not friends,
Yeah.
friends. You're like, okay. Well, still, it's enough where that's why you.
Well, friends like we hang out. No, we don't hang out, but he knows me. We DM. He
Okay.
responds to my DMs. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's a level of acquaintance, I would say.
Yeah. Plus, I'm really, really close with his trainer. Now we talk, we text. I have his number. Mark Foray.
Got some drinks in you. You sound you become fluent. Get out of here, Johnny. It sounds like you're what's called a fair weather fan.
Yeah, Shane. I'm not gonna lie. In basketball, yes, I'm a fair weather fan in basketball. I was born in Brooklyn, so I root for the Nets. If the Magic are winning here in Florida, I'll root for the Magic. But in football, I'm diehard Jets.
Got him.
In football, I'm diehard Jets. In baseball, when I used to watch baseball, I mean, I'm on and off. I'm not really a big baseball fan anymore either. I'm a diehard Yankee fan, and I'm a boxing fan.
I do believe Berlanga might get stopped.
By Shiraz?
Yes. 80% knockout.
That's some major league hating
I know.
right there.
This is nasty.
I know. A lot of people don't agree with me. And look, on paper,
A guy moving up in weight.
80% knockout ratio.
Canelo didn't knock out Berlanga, and Canelo was trying to knock out.
Canelo is not 6'3" and naturally a bigger dude.
Canelo is a much harder pound for pound puncher at 168 than Shiraz moving up in weight.
I don't think so. I think Shiraz might hit harder at 68 than Canelo. What do you think?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That was the best way for me to respond to that. I just don't believe you.
You can't believe your ears. Okay.
That's blasphemy. Do I have? I used to have. Hold on. I think I had a Stephen A. Smith. Here it is.
Are you about to engage in blasphemy?
You know who I talked to though about
I
messaged with Shakur about. I saw what he did with Coppinger. You saw what he did to Coppinger?
Yes, I think you didn't. You play it. You played it when I told you about it, right?
I don't think so. I watched it later.
No, you put it on your live. But you put the short. You didn't put the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole thing?
It's only like 7 minutes long. Yeah, and I loved it.
On him. I
loved it. And
I absolutely loved it.
I wonder why he doesn't like Coppinger specifically. Like, is there a reoccurring theme of
knowing Shakur, I'm sure Coppinger probably went in on his performances, probably called him boring on a tweet, something along those lines. Shakur is one of them dudes that's all over Twitter, and if you shit on him, you are assed out with Shakur. You are out of the.
I know. I've heard that.
You're out of the circle of trust.
I've heard that. Happy Valley, appreciate you. Mexican ship hit Brooklyn Bridge today. I did not hear that. Did you cover that? Is that a joke or did that really happen? Because I didn't. Matter of fact, I was in Brooklyn today. I was driving. I came back. Yeah, we went over the Brooklyn Bridge. Matter of fact, today, just like an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So if it hit it, it didn't damage it, and it's still open for business.
I was at the beach all day. I don't know if you noticed, but I got my little redness going on in the face.
Nah, you look. I can't tell. Well, I can't get my eyes off that hairline. That's all I could see. Adames versus Berlanga after this win or lose. Yeah, they should rematch. Marco, what did you talk with Shakur about? I just said, I saw the way you handle Coppinger. I like it.
Did he respond?
Yeah, I talked to him.
What did he say?
He just did a smiley face. I go, and he did he said, okay. I go, I like what you did with Coppinger. He's whack. I go, by the way, tell Turkey about me to hire me. And then, LOL. And he just said, he laughed and said, yeah, okay, or whatever.
That Coppinger shit was on the money.
It was dope. And I really like it. I don't know if Coppinger deserves it, but I don't really, again, both of us, right? It might just be jealousy. I'm not a big fan of his, maybe jealousy. He's awkward. It's like he's not.
No, it's not even jealousy. Like it's constructive criticism. To me, he doesn't even seem comfortable. Like he's
Right.
he's
But
a square.
let's
He's a
not front.
square.
There's a little jealousy for probably you too, right? There's a little bit like I wish I was there, or envy, maybe envy, whatever.
Maybe. I mean, but
But
yeah.
he is and he's always looks like he's sniffing the only fart. He's like,
Sure.
always
Yeah. Nah, his questions are corny. Like he's just corny.
cornball. Yes, I'm jealous of Johnny's hairs, or I'm jealous of your hair too. Your roof's a little higher, but your shit is still. You got the. Alex got the Puerto Rican Stephen A. Smith hairline.
No, does he?
Alex
Does
got
it?
the Boricua Stephen A. going. His is a little high, but it's still better than mine. So,
I met Alex last week at the fights.
oh, word. How was he in
Yeah.
person? Was he cool or was he weird?
Oh, he was cool, but he was a little lit.
Oh, he was drunk.
I don't know. Vega, do you
What-
consider you consider yourself drunk that night? I don't know. I mean, you were
What
feeling
kind
nice.
of drunk was he? Was he a touchy drunk? Like yo? Was he loud? Was he cool?
No, he was really loud.
Oh, he's one of those.
I'm sure he'll tell you.
Was
in
he
the
saying
chat.
was he saying like obnoxious shit or just
Well,
being happy?
Put it this way: when I went up there a couple of times. When I went up there once during the Mexican female against the Argentinian female, that
Uh-huh.
fight,
Uh-huh.
and there were a bunch of Mexican people just cheering and yelling, and he went against them.
Drunk as hell.
There he goes. Okay, so I don't know, but yeah, he got like really loud, and I'm like, yo,
You were
we're gonna
embarrassed.
get
You're like,
jumped.
all right, man, I
No,
gotta
I
go.
wasn't embarrassed. No, I wasn't embarrassed. I mean, I'm just saying. I started joking around with Keem. I was like, yo, we're gonna get jumped here by all these Mexicans.
Oh, Keem was there?
Yeah, Keem was there. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, it was a lit card, bro. I don't know how you haven't seen that card yet is beyond me.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. This is why I got you on the show now. You're gonna fill in the holes. Well, that just sounded super gay, but you know what I mean. You're trying to get your foot in the door by any means. I love it. I don't know who you're talking to, but okay.
You.
Well,
He's
why
talking to you.
But why do you say that? I don't get it.
With the Shakur, when you said, tell him I'll replace
I've
him.
been talking to Shakur.
No, when you told Shakur to replacing Coppinger with him.
Yeah, we moved on from that a while ago, but good callback. Marco Budden.
See, I'm all over the chat, guys. I'm reading. Even though Marco's not reading, I'm seeing it.
You got it. Marco, Joe Budden, Elgart. I was definitely instigating shit.
He was definitely, that's what it is. He was definitely trying to instigate shit. Nah, it was fun. It was cool. It was a dope arc. It was a dope card.
At least we don't. Marco saw the highlights. I don't get it.
No, Mo, he didn't even see the highlights. He doesn't even know what the hell I'm talking about. That's even worse.
I'm covering
Bro, box. Erickson Lubin.
Oh, Lubin fought? Who'd he fight?
Oh my God.
Who'd he fight?
He fought an undefeated guy and he won. He stopped him in the 11th round, dude.
I heard about that.
Mandatory. Now he's the number one contender for the IBF.
I did hear about that. I just didn't see it. The Bulgarian Budden. Okay. That's me. When I went to LA to watch the Crawford Madrimov, I was the only guy rooting for Rayo.
Rayo, I picked Rayo, Rafael, and that's also Iron Mike. Rafael is Iron Mike.
Okay. And began looking over my shoulder after the decision because I was afraid them cholos were going to jump me. I mean,
but they're both Mexican though.
I don't know, but Raf's a Dominican, and
Rafael, they both Mexican though, so they were tight because you were cheering for Pitbull.
That's
Explain that. There was that
maybe because Pitbull is considered a Mexican from Mexico, whereas Rayo's American. I don't know.
Rayo. No, I think Rayo was born in Mexico, if I'm not mistaken.
Doesn't Rayo speak English with no accent? I thought he grew up in New York.
Rayo speaks English, but Rayo was born in Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely.
Okay, well, if he was, then yeah, I don't get what the problem would be.
He's one of those, like
Yen
said, he's one of those from LA. But no, I don't think he was born in LA. I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm not going to bet on that, but
I don't know, man. Who's Ryo? Just kidding. I got you where you're like, Jesus, this is getting bad.
This is getting really bad. This is a what is it? A two?
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Who said that? Who's saying that again? You
I
told me
don't know. I
that.
got that from Two Tone. That one I copied from Two Tone.
Okay.
I like that soundbite.
The crowd was pro-Mexican. Ryo was born in Mexico but was raised here.
Right.
That's okay. So I was right. He
There
was
it is.
raised here.
But
I
he was
guess-
born in Mexico, so I was right. We were both right.
Right. But I feel like they're going to look at somebody Mexican who's raised in Mexico more so, right? That's why.
Either
No,
that or Rayo's just just a popular fighter.
No, he's saying what I think, that they just look at Rayo as less Mexican because he was raised here.
What did he say? The crowd was pro-Mexican?
So you want to text someone about that, Marco? Huh? He's trying to do a callback to the Shakur thing, I think, but I don't really get what he's fucking talking about. Do me a favor. Iron out the joke, reword it, ship it back out, and we'll see if we can get a laugh. Pro Pitbull. Soon as Rayo left, Benavidez, he lost. Shaking my head. I was at the fight too. My seats were behind Rayo's family. His girl bad as hell. That's Joe Nudden. Joe Nudden.
Nudden.
Like nothing? I'm Joe Nothing.
That soundbite sounds like Charlamagne the God. I don't know who that soundbite is.
It doesn't sound like Charlamagne to me, but maybe it is.
That one I got from Tone. Well, I heard it from Tone. And then
He says it's Joe Budden. Nah.
Was it?
That'd be funny if it is, and you're calling me him. Ryo, a crybaby loser.
Is that really Joe Budden, guys? Let me hear it one more time. Hold on.
Oh, the Kelly thing. Ah. Okay. I knew it was a
Shit is
callback.
a 2-pack of ass.
It might be Joe Budden, yeah.
Sounds like Stephen A. Smith.
No.
I don't think
I think it's Joe Budden.
I don't even
That
know
shit is Marco, y'all.
Oh, it's Joe Budden. They're saying, "What up? Stay out the way, Clay."
It is. It is.
Stay out the way, Clay.
Let's go.
Welcome. The 2-pack of ass is Joe Budden. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So you know what? It makes it even more fitting that you do it. What the fuck is this shit, Yayan? Is this more of your like weird gay videos? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna play this because I've never heard Joe Budden, or I have maybe, but I just don't know.
Is that what it is? Is that the clip?
I don't know. I'm gonna play it right now. Hopefully, I don't get flagged, but if I do, I could always just cut it out. So let's see what Yayan is. Oh yeah, I think it is. Here we go.
Hey, Sway Lee, hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Damn. Yo,
That's
he is.
dope. I didn't know
fiery.
that. I didn't know that until today. The first
I like
time
how
heard it
he
was
how he
Bonehead.
paused. That shit is a
Yeah. If you look at this soundbite, it pauses.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hear the
Chicago
soundbite, it
Kill's
sounds
not banned from here yet. You guys got wrenches. Do what you got to do. Oh, he went wild on you?
Huh?
Chicago went wild on Johnny?
Nah. He was on a call. He did. He called in on one of my shows, and he went on one of his rants, and I had to cut him off.
What was he talking about? Racist shit?
Yeah. I don't want to repeat it. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not worth repeating. Is what I meant.
Marco is such a potty mouth. Are we gonna talk boxing or
Vega? What do you want to talk about? Bring up a topic. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about that knockout because I mean, we can talk about that knockout. It was literally one of the best knockouts of the year.
Joe Budden in like 2015-18 was known for shitting on the up-and-coming rappers. Has he ever had a hit song? And I don't mean like a little, like, kind of like a hit song. Because
I'm not a Joe Budden guy, so I'm not sure. That'd probably be for somebody in the chat to be able to answer.
How old is he? Is he our age?
Yeah, he's probably around our age, I would say.
Well,
Maybe
if he is, then I would have
now.
known. He's 44. Okay, our age.
Yeah,
Well, a
he's
little younger.
40.
So I would have known it if he had a hit song. Because I was listening to hip-hop back when he was probably active, and I never heard any of his shit.
Vega just threw a stray at you, by the way, in the
Where?
chat.
This one?
Yeah.
I would say recently, but Marco ain't seen it. Boom, boom.
He definitely shot you down there.
Pump it up.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah,
Joe
I
Budden,
heard of that.
Pump it up. All right, now
That might be the only Joe Budden song I know. I'm not a big
Joe Budden, most
hip hop guy today. Like my
Popular
shit is hip
song.
hop from the 80s and 90s, bro. I'm old school.
From the Fast and the Furious soundtrack. All right, I'm gonna play this and listen to it myself right now. From the Fast and the Furious soundtrack. That's probably why I got famous. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see here. So you don't know his music, right?
Make sure you read Raphael's.
I know this song. Pump it up.
Which one is that one?
Oh, that's a dope song. Pump it up. That is a dope song. All right, good. I'm glad you called me him.
Read Raphael's comment.
Raf. I'm hearing rumors the trilogy between Bivol and Better Biev may not happen, and if it doesn't, and if it does, it happens in November. I mean, it seems like it's happening. That was like off jump.
I mean, didn't he turn down a purse to fight David Benavidez because they were supposedly going to get that trilogy popping? We did a
It was
topic in the Boxing Voice one night.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I did. AB, and I actually AB. I don't know if you were on the show about 2 weeks ago. I interviewed Najee. I went to the Pro Box facility. I hit up his training. I hit up Lubin sparring. He was there. I told him about you. He said you cool, and I interviewed him live. So check it out at the Hangout spot on YouTube. But yeah, I was there. I was there live. I saw his fight. He's my guy, bro. He is my guy. I can't pull up any chats, guys, but Marco can do that. But I can read some of your stuff. I don't know what I mean. This was almost 2 decades ago, Vega. I don't know what you're talking about. Chicago said Joe was never popping.
My bad. Okay.
Najee seemed in great shape and seeming a good spot mentally. Yeah, Najee is starting to come into his own, man. I'm proud of him, man. He's such a good guy too, man.
Najee Lopez.
Yeah.
You guys excited to see Benavidez versus Gary Hart? No. Anyone watching the Vargas card?
Where is that card?
California?
No, I know, but what network? Like, where do I find it? Where do I find it?
I have no idea what he's on. No idea what he's on. We could Google it. It'll pop up.
Can you guys let me know, chat?
DAZN. DAZN.
Chat. Bueller. Oh, the zone?
Yeah, the zone. That's why I said the zone 3 times.
Oh, did you say the zone?
Yeah, I was like the zone.
I was ignoring you. I started ignoring you when you were hating on somebody in here. I don't know.
What are you talking about? Looking forward to Lubin getting knocked out in his next title fight. Okay.
Wow.
UFC pass. All right. Marv Nation. Which Vargas? Good question. Emiliano, Amado.
Fernando Vargas Jr. The older
Fernando.
one. He's fighting tonight, but I just didn't know where.
Why you want me to lock back in with Cigar Talk? You don't like Johnny?
What?
Damn. Yayin just said, get rid of you, bring in Cigar Talk. That's fucked up.
Oh, Yayin, you don't like me?
Damn, Yayin?
I don't think he meant that way.
I don't know, man. Yayin is a wild, wild man. You know, he's like you. He carries guns all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't carry guns. I carry a gun.
I carry guns, plural.
Who?
Me.
Bullshit.
I'm like a bitch when I see a gun. Oh, no, get it away.
Before I jumped on, weren't you talking about guns? You were shitting on guns, if I'm not mistaken. You got to be proactive, my dude. You never know what's going to happen in this crazy world we live in.
Fuck that. That's you, the Nizzler. Jay Nizzle.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to kick me off for Cigar Talk. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know, man. He's being a little zesty. Win or lose, Lubin coming to win and fight. That's true. Lubin is boring. Oh, get out of here. There's one thing he's not is boring.
Who's boring?
Lubin. That's just
cap. Who said that?
Your buddy Chicago. John carries a 6-shooter on his ankle. I don't even know what that is. What's a 6-shooter?
A revolver?
You don't know either, huh?
I don't carry a revolver. I carry a 9mm.
Shit. I carry a Smith & Wesson 45 Glock. Laser scope.
There's no such thing.
I know, but it sounded good, right? It sounded like you know what I was talking about.
I just want to let you know there's no such thing.
He's sensitive but not boring. What do you mean, sensitive?
Who?
Lubin.
Lubin? Lubin's a very, very entertaining fighter,
What does
dude.
sensitive mean? I don't get it. Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. Prove that. Rough. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. That would be actually a good matchup, too. They should fight each other, but I don't believe it's going to happen. I think Errol Spence is not returning. Florida in the house. Bro, Boyachuk ain't fighting for another 3 hours. Shit.
For real? Okay, yo, chat, where can I find that fight at? The Boyachuk one. Remember, I was at the beach all day. My brain is half fried, man. My face is burning.
Yeah, I'm not a big beach. I hate the beach, actually. My wife loves it. I don't like it.
We like the beach, but it's just, it's a drive for us. We have to get there really, really early before it gets crazy.
I don't like anything about it. I don't like walking in the sand. I don't like getting sand everywhere. I don't like nothing.
That's the only part I don't like about the beach is the whole sand thing.
I don't like the fucking water. At least you know how the water is out here in New York. Even on a 90-degree day, the water's fucking freezing.
No, not over here. The water's gorgeous.
No, I'm saying here in New York.
It's on Fight Pass. I don't have Fight Pass.
The McNeil Ministry. Benavidez is unbeatable right now. Agreed. Crawford will definitely beat Canelo. I don't know about that. Ryan took a dive with Rolly. Definitely don't think he took a dive. What's up, Marco? Tank will KO Roach, possibly. Long time, Marco. Manny got KO'd by Barrios. So while I'm happy to see you here, Mr. McNeil, I don't agree with half the shit you just said, but that's what we're here to do. Give our opinion. And of course, it's boxing, so it's all possible. I find it unlikely, though. What beach, Gianni?
Well, today, Fort DeSoto. Fort DeSoto State Park.
The white guy doesn't like the beach. Oh, kiss my ass, Yayan. Guess what? Between the two of us, you're the only one who can get fucking natural highlights in the sun, not me. So who's white now, motherfucker?
Oh,
I mean, I don't have hair, but if I did, no highlights. Yayan, I'm telling you, Yayan's one of those dudes. One walk, the first day of spring, he has frosted tips like he's in NSYNC. Bro, I'll send you the stream link, Johnny.
All right, cool. Good looking out, man.
Why does it feel like fighters who take a beating in the old school days bounce back like nothing happened, and now dudes get an ass whooping and apparently they're washed or can't come back? Because
that's fucking fact.
It's
that's
a truth.
Great comment, Raphael.
Because what's the word? The people are focusing on the records now. I feel like Floyd did this. Floyd started this. I think people now, they feel like if they lose, it's all done. And now we have social media. So everybody hears all the shit that people talk. And it gets in their heads. And I feel like psychologically it fucks people up more. The focus is on not losing. Look at Tank. Tank, I believe, is going that route. He doesn't want to lose. He's protecting his undefeated record, which was almost backfired the last fight. But he's right. He's right.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Lido Key. Marco Lux looks like the movie Powder. Soda's mod. Dick in your mouth. Are you going to watch Josh Taylor's welterweight debut? When's he fighting? Who's he fighting? And of course I will. How they handle the loss too. It's how they handle the loss. I'm right, but that's because of all the emphasis put on being unbeaten and all the criticism that now, that's the one bad thing about social media. You hear everything. Hearing the positive things is great, but now you hear all the negative things too. Because most great fighters today are all hype jobs. Oh, come on, Mo. Most great fighters are hype jobs? You said most great fighters are all hype jobs. What great fighter is a hype job? How can they be? That's an oxymoron. If you're a great fighter, you've probably proven it. You're not a hype job. But again,
well, give me an example of who you're talking about. Are you
right?
talking about Tank?
Me or him?
Him. The
Yeah,
one
right.
who,
It's like,
yeah,
and it's subjective though. What I might think is a great
yeah,
fighter, you might not.
yeah. That's actually good conversation. Why don't you tell us who you're talking about?
I have
Who
guns.
who chatted that? I'm sorry, I was on a different screen.
Mo Brizzle.
Oh, Mo Brains.
It's more legends who lost who don't. Ryan Garcia hasn't said a word since May 2nd.
That is
Nothing?
true.
Not one post?
Yeah, I didn't see him on social media, which is freaking crazy. That's a what
Great.
happened to him? He crashed out?
Oh, in quotes. So you're saying, but again, you're saying that people believe hype. I don't get Mo, you're a smart guy.
He said Devin and Broner in the comment above.
Oh. Broner, and I know Yayan's about to lose his mind here, he never beat anybody elite.
Who?
Broner coming up.
What
But
do you mean? What do you mean coming up? When he was a featherweight?
when he was coming up before Maidana beat him, he never beat
he was
anybody.
cooking motherfuckers.
He never beat anybody elite.
In the lower weight classes, he was cooking people.
But nobody elite. There was nobody he beat where we're like, oh, now this is a good matchup. Like
one guy. He did one guy. The guy with the ponytail, the Mexican guy. What's his name again?
Ponytails don't count, but okay.
No, he was a former champion. The Mexican guy. God, you guys got to help me out here, chat. I don't know how I'm drawing a blank.
Well, I don't remember him beating anybody. Maybe one, but not much. Now,
that dude was good, man.
Haney, you could say the same, right? Haney,
Vega, help me out, Vega. Vega knows.
Haney arguably lost to Loma.
He fucked up DeMarco too, Rafael. That's a good one. Antonio DeMarco, he for Broner.
Okay. So they're kind of.
He wasn't elite. Yeah. But
they're kind of
similar. He was a really good fighter. But no, there was another guy. What was his name? The Mexican guy with the ponytail.
Must not be that.
Oh my God, I see his face right now. How the hell am I not?
Look it up.
How the hell am I not getting his?
Nah, that's facts, Marco. Yeah, like I think, and Haney too, right? So Haney arguably lost to Loma. Haney beat Kambosos, but is Kambosos, he beat Kambosos and Prograis. Those are the two dudes, right, that Haney beat that convincingly.
Ponce de Leon. Ponce de Leon. He beat Ponce de Leon.
Ponce de Leon. Paez. He didn't fight no Paez.
Who? No, he didn't fight Paez.
You're not talking about Jorge Paez. That's way before.
Antonio DeMarco, he stopped him in 8. He beat Paulie Malignaggi.
What was a controversial
decision? Welterweight to get that title. Then
he's saying that Ponce de Leon was a controversial decision, so that doesn't count.
Was it?
That's what I don't really remember that fight. I remember
the fight. As a UD here. I see it as a UD. One judge had it 99-91.
But that doesn't mean that
96-94 the other two. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I got to see that fight again.
If they would have moved Broner the way they moved Haney, Broner would have had a statue in the hood of Cincinnati. What you mean by that? How'd they move Haney? Talk to me. Roy Jones, the GOAT. Yes, he is. Thank you.
What? I didn't. I liked Roy Jones.
No, that's just what he does when he comes in here.
Oh, yeah, but the only criticism of Roy Jones, which is not his fault, is the competition, and that's not his fault.
Y'all must have forgot.
Oh, I guess James Toney.
You felt you had to play that again.
Bernard Hopkins aren't good competition. I got you. Okay, cool.
You know what I'm talking about.
Nah, I agree. He didn't have the
biggest.
It's
like the Klitschko's.
Yes. But the Klitschko's weren't.
It's just like the Klitschko's.
A Klitschko. I wouldn't say both because the older brother retired early.
Oh, what was the one that got cut up against
Vitali?
Lennox. That was a great fight.
That was Vitali. Klitschko, you're right. He didn't have the best opposition, but he also, unfortunately for me, I thought he was a little dirty. He would hit and hold, push people.
I wasn't a Klitschko guy.
Roy would just light people up. Klitschko was also a little dirty and a little boring. Roy was never boring or dirty. So, but you're right. The competition wasn't the best, but well, he can't control who's fighting in his era.
You can't control that. Absolutely.
Bum's not watching the fights tonight. I know they're not big names, but still.
I'm watching them. Oh, well, I'm going to watch them. Vega, you send me that link, bro?
Eubank, Ben, or Collins. Mo, stop trying to rile me up.
How come I can't see that in my thing?
I'm not even going to respond to that sacrilegious crap. Picking the right opponents for Haney so they could market him as an elite fighter. Haney's a good boxer. So you don't think they did that to Broner? And here's a question.
I don't think Haney's elite either. I agree with Rafael.
Here's a question. 140 pounds. Haney versus Broner. Who wins?
In their prime?
140. Yep. When they were both at 140. Who wins?
I take Broner.
Chat. Who wins? Broner versus Haney.
See, my biggest issue with Broner was he didn't let his hands go. He had great hands.
What do you mean he did? He just sometimes didn't. When he knew he had a guy beat,
in the lower weight classes, maybe when he got up, he was more of a accurate. Like he didn't let his hands go, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why
you guys agree with me in the chat.
I don't know why Yain loves Broner so much, and because of him, we talk way too much about Adrian Broner on this fucking channel. Because of Yain. Literally. Like, I don't think I've ever in my life thought about Broner more than this because of him.
I actually liked Broner, though.
You could have him.
I did. I liked Broner. I thought Broner was really good for boxing. And you can't question his resume, man. I mean, he fought some really, really...
I don't think he had a great resume. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was good, though. It
wasn't bad, man. And he always, he never turned down any smoke. In fact, moving up in weight was probably a mistake against Maidana, but he still did it. I give him credit for that. Sean Porter, he fought.
Definitely a mistake. Got his shit mashed.
Like Pacquiao, Vargas, Mikey Garcia. And he fought Mikey Garcia at a higher weight class because let's be honest, man. If you guys remember, Mikey Garcia didn't want to fight Adrian Broner where they were at the lower weight classes. And that's fact. Rafael is fucking cooking tonight, bro.
Mikey Garcia is another one that if he would have stayed at a lower weight class, he would have had a better career. But he dared to be great and went up, and that bit him in the ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So how you gonna downplay his resume, man? When this guy, you talking about Broner, right?
No, I just said Mikey Garcia.
Oh, Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia fought Broner at the higher weight classes, bro. If he would have fought at featherweight, it would have been different.
That's just what I said. Garcia, he went up higher. He has a lot of losses that kind of like Duran. A lot of Duran's losses, he was fighting way out of, and he even won a lot of those, but he also lost a lot, just way out of his weight class. Broner at least had a lot of charisma. Ooh, that's arguable. And could really punch in those lower weight classes. That's
absolutely
true. Haney was getting away with murder with a good jab. Okay.
Rafael's cooking, bro.
Okay. I got you.
Broner was a killer at those lower weight classes, man. I'm telling you, man. I remember, him saying that before the Mikey Garcia fight, and during the interview, and I was like, damn, Broner might be right. He said Mikey ain't want to fight me at featherweight.
Oh,
he fight me now.
Alex,
he didn't want to fight me back then. You got Haney with the jab. Okay.
Now, my answer. I can't tell because Haney is still active, and we have not seen everything he has to offer, so we cannot make an educated, clear decision. I can't, at least. I got to see his whole career.
Why?
Why? What do you mean why? Yes. Because there's a lot that he's left to show us, good or bad.
We'll go by what you've seen so far. That's all. You're overthinking it. Like you're overcomplicating it.
No, I'm not. That's the way I look at shit.
So just assume this is what you've seen. This is the peak of what you've seen.
I'm not going to compare somebody who's had a whole career that I've seen compared to, and I never do this, to somebody who's only had half a career. It's just unfair in my opinion. I don't do it. You want to compare two people who both had half careers? Okay. I mean, and I guess I could do it, but I just don't think it's fair. And not going to be accurate.
Do it.
When all is said and done.
It's okay. We won't say you were right or wrong. It's an opinion. Do it, baby. Do it.
Devin versus Blair Cobbs could beat any of those guys on any given night. I'm telling you.
I like Blair Cobbs. I also, I like those charismatic, those trash talkers. I think they're good for boxing.
He is actually
these characters. Blair the Flair, Broner. These are characters. We need characters in boxing.
Blair is likable, right?
Yes.
Broner is like Blair wouldn't be the villain. He'd probably be like the but Broner does the villain shit, and Blair seems more.
People pay to see the villain. That's the problem.
Blair seems more naturally charismatic.
I remember
Broner
when I
seems
was
more
young.
manufactured.
I remember when I was young and I used to watch wrestling.
Mhm.
I loved the villains. I hated the good guys.
Look at Beterbiev and Bivol, Canelo, Bud. Great fighters. Now compare their records of competition to Mayweather, De La Hoya, Hearns. Sure, you can't.
Oh, come on.
You
Yeah.
can't, but they're also still active. But, you know, the light heavyweight
Yeah.
division is also, I mean, when is it, we're talking about Roy, right? When has it really been stacked, the light heavyweight division? Oh, you had a time with Kovalev and Adonis Stevenson and Ward. You had a little moment there, but yeah, it's not stacked now. Jojo Diaz was whooping on Haney in the toughest fight before Loma. If he had any power, he'd KOs him. Excuse me.
I did
Haney's
a good
retiring.
interview with Jojo Diaz a while back.
So
Good dude.
Blair's entertaining and likable. Yeah, and he could fight. Skilled, southpaw,
He
good
can
fighter.
punch.
He could punch, fight, all that.
He knocked Adrian Broner's tooth out.
It's a partial, but yeah, he knocked it out.
Hmm.
I always say that because it's so much harder to knock an actual tooth out of somebody's mouth than it is like a fucking cat.
How is that even possible with a mouthpiece?
Because the mouthpiece covers up here, not down here. So it
Oh,
could
he
have
knocked
been
the lower tooth out.
I don't know, but I know for starters the mouthpiece covers it. Now, second, he could have knocked the mouthpiece out and the tooth fell with it. I don't really remember. So those are the two ways that would happen.
Was there ever a time, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember when I was a little kid that they used to have mouthpieces that covered the both top and bottom?
Yeah, they have. It's called
It
a
was,
double
right?
guard. Yeah, they got double guards. Mhm.
Okay. So I knew I wasn't bugging out. I'm like, damn, I thought.
Yeah.
They don't use that anymore. It's just upper now.
I haven't seen anybody with a double guard in a long time, but I don't think it's illegal. I don't know why they wouldn't choose to use it, so it protects both.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe because the lack of space, like to breathe through your mouth, maybe. I mean,
No, there's a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I used to use both. I remember using a double guard back in the day, but then when I started fighting pro and amateur, I believe, yeah, it was just an upper with maybe a little lip on the bottom to cover, like a little lip that went down, not fully. No, I don't think it had a lip. Yeah, it was an upper. I don't know. It might even be illegal. I don't even know.
Oh no, that's a good question. Yeah, because
mean,
I
there's
don't
no
see anybody with it anymore. So I'm assuming that maybe they're not allowed to use them anymore.
And that's the thing, as we've gone over, there's no actual rules. There's nothing that
Right.
says what a mouthpiece has to look like. So that's all just fight by fight basis, depending on whatever the athletic commission approves.
Yeah.
Broner was a good fighter who did not respect the sport. Interesting. Why did he not respect the sport?
Yeah, that's a good one. What do you mean by that? I guess because of his antics outside of boxing, the whole street shit, and blood or whatever the hell. I mean, I wouldn't say he was, but you know what I mean. Like Broner couldn't let the streets go. Maybe that's what it is.
That's not.
But a lot of fighters are
Yeah, I don't think that has to do with the sport. That's extracurricular.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be a little bit more specific with that one.
Had a double guard in Pop Warner. CJ, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I want you to shut up.
Football.
Oh. Haney is cooked, afraid to get hit.
Thank
Well,
God I'm here, CJ.
David, he fought that way his last fight. Yes. But there's two scenarios. One, he has PTSD and he's just scared. Or two, he wanted this Ryan fight rematch so bad he decided for this fight specifically he's taking zero risks. That's the way I look at it. One of the two.
And I'll add something in there. Did anybody realistically think that Devin Haney was going to come into this fight to fight a phone booth fight, like to bang it out with somebody? No, this was expected.
Yeah, that's true. Well, not to the level at which he did.
No, he overdid it with the movement, but this was a planned, get in there, a year off, shake off the cobwebs, box, move, and move on to what Marco said, which I agree with Marco, the next big fight, which is the Ryan rematch.
Broner was where's E-Rock? Yayan. Broner rigs dice games. That's your king?
I did see that. I did see that.
How would you feel if a fighter fake proposed to your daughter on huh? Oh, right. Broner did that. Yeah, that was.
It wasn't, but it wasn't it was more of a brush his hair, right?
No, he went down and then
It said, I
he said, I
want you to
forgot what he
brush
said,
my hair, to
but he
brush my
made her.
hair,
Yeah, he made her think he's going to propose to her. That's like,
but to brush his hair because he was a character.
again, yeah, he was like the heel, like a bad guy at wrestling. If he threw punches, I don't think Pac beat Broner that bad.
Broner didn't let his hands go in
I
a
thought
lot of fights. The Sean Porter fight, the Pacquiao fight.
couldn't with Porter. Porter
There
was
was
all
another
over
fight
him.
that I'm not remembering, but
Yo,
there was.
Porter was all over him like chickenpox. He couldn't do shit with him. Haney is not selfish. He did not want to steal the show. Yeah, okay. Shout out to J-Bone Capone.
That's
Marco
right.
never put on those shoulder pads.
That's right. He never put those shoulder pads on, and like
but
a safety, man. I used
my
to play
man
football.
Shane-
I was a safety.
Shane be wearing knee pads. You know what I'm saying? Johnny, we expected Devin to box, not to run.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. You're right. He shouldn't. He did more running than boxing, but
I don't know, man. We need to study the reason why Yayan loves Broner. It just doesn't make sense to me. The issue with Broner was skipping 140 and going straight to 47. Okay.
yeah,
That fight with Maidana shell-shocked him, and to me, it explains the lack of volume punching. But not all guys are PTSD'd permanently from one fight. I wonder what that dynamic is. That what makes one guys take one fight and never be able to look back, and other guys learn from it, brush it off, and be better.
yeah. But I don't think Broner had PTSD. I just think Broner was more interested in being an accurate puncher, picking and choosing his shots, a counterpuncher accuracy. That's why he didn't let his hands go. I don't think it was PTSD. Like, if you really look at it, bro, I got to be honest with you. Even though he got his ass beat in that fight, I actually give him props in that fight, man.
Porque
He fought his ass off in that fight, and he didn't get knocked out. He ended the fight on his own 2 feet.
I mean, he tried. Yeah, he was trying.
I heard an interview one time that Maidana said that was the hardest fight he ever had.
Really? Over Floyd?
Bro, if you watch that fight, Marco, I've seen that fight a bunch of times. Broner did good work in that fight too. Like, he hit Maidana a bunch of times. I think he even buzzed Maidana in the middle to late to that fight.
I'm surprised. He says that fight was harder than Floyd, or than Amir Khan.
Physically harder than Floyd. Absolutely, I would say Broner was the harder fight for him. Maybe not Khan, but
okay. I don't see that, but hey, if it's his opinion, whatever he says, I think Broner truly believed he was untouchable. Absolutely, you're right, and sometimes that fucks with your head.
Yeah, because he moved up, to Raphael's point, he moved up to a higher weight class against a natural puncher at that division. He had no business fighting Maidana at 147. Fighting Paulie, who doesn't hit, is totally different than fighting Maidana at 147.
True. Well, he let his hands go versus Maidana. He never looked like that again.
That is true. But I don't know. I don't know if it was PTSD. I just think Broner was one of those, like, just... He was more concerned, I think, with accuracy, man.
Broner from the... this is Yayan's
opinion.
Bible on why he prays to Adrian Broner before and after every meal and before bedtime. Broner's from the Midwest.
So that's the 3 crack commandments?
Broner was a character. When I was growing up, Broner was the hottest thing.
Fruity.
When I was growing up, Broner was the hottest guy I've ever seen.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
He's easy, and I think he likes me.
I know that you're gay.
Oh, Yayan.
I know that you're gay.
Oh, man. It was not... Okay, and I'll remove... Obviously, I'm joking. I know you don't think he's hot. I don't think. But he was not the hottest boxer at the time. Come on.
Broner was popular, Marco.
The hottest of the time.
Wow. I mean...
Should we pull up the people fighting during that time? So we can... I mean, come on.
Broner was a known... He was a name.
He said the hottest.
The hottest? Well, hottest for him.
This guy's a loser. I think I'm pissing Yayan off.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnny's doing the sound effects too. Say he's a loser.
He
Call me a loser, but you're sitting there backing up the sound effects. But you're not a loser. That's mad racist, Yayan. Broner just wasn't as good as we promised. You see, we're all talking about Broner because of you, Yayan. All of us.
You know what Broner reminds me of? In the chat, tell me if I'm wrong.
A catcher's mitt?
No. You guys ever seen a Bronx Tale?
Of course.
Wasted talent?
Yeah.
That to me is what Broner reminds me of because Broner was super talented, man. Broner could have been. I remember watching Broner like his 4th or 5th, 6th, 7th fight, whatever it was. And I'm like, damn, bro, this guy can be like the next Floyd. And speed, he's flashy. He's yeah, man. I was real high on Broner.
No, he looked good. He looked good.
Broner.
He
young
looked good.
Broner.
But it was early. Like he was at the Keyshawn level now. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, maybe, but we need to see more. Alberto might have been timed out
early.
He said some racist shit, or he said called me racist or something.
What are you talking about?
Alberto, she goes, "Where's Alberto?" When he came in earlier and he was like, "Oh, Marco, you people can be racist if
they kicked him out."
Super chats. I didn't, but somebody might have. You don't get the complexion for the connection, Marco. Oh, racist. Real original. That shows very, very strong, keen debate skills when you just pull a race card. Good going, Yayan. I thought you'd do better than that. Broner looks like a black Howard the He kind of does because he has that body. He kind of waddles. She's funny. Iran, Bomberto, and Iraq off the. Did you block him? Broner became an average fighter after he stopped letting his hands. That's what everybody's saying.
He doesn't let his hands go, man. Yep, I agree.
What everybody's saying.
Yep.
Von Dutch hats still pop. What the fuck does that mean?
That's a name brand or something.
I spoke to Vlogs. He's working a double shift at the pizza parlor. He said there's a meat lover's pizza on the way for Yayan. He called you Yayan. Y'all. Yayan.
You guys are like.
That's how I feel like everybody talks where he's from. Hey, what's up, Yayan? Guys, Skull threw that fight against Canelo. Threw it? No. Skull could have easily outpointed Canelo. No. One score was 15 Canelo. Skull threw the attorney Bailey. You of all people should know how defamation works. With you're a lot of allegations going on here with no reasonable doubt.
Man,
you've been held in contempt. Did you see what I said, though? Yeah, I think I just read it. Broner, DeMarco, when the window of opportunity wide open. Prime Broner at 35 versus Loma. Come on.
Loma.
Loma with box circles. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Yayan's being a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Loma was a special fighter, man.
He didn't open that meat lover's pizza today. He kept the box closed. Good for you.
Loma was one of the. He was special.
I agree with you. I don't know. Attorneys Bailey's saying some crazy shit right now for some reason. Like I said, Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson were the hottest on my day, not fucking Broner. Mariah and Janet, huh? I actually thought Little Kim. 1998 Little Kim. Not now. You've seen her now. She's literally looks like an episode of Botched. But back then, Skull was painfully inaccurate. Yeah, Skull didn't make a conscious effort to try to win those titles from Canelo by moving the way he did. Way too much moving, not enough punching. You can't beat arguably one of the faces of boxing fighting like that. Marco versus Pacquiao. Now, anytime, he would light my ass up. Oh, I thought you were going to say you were going to beat him. Nah, even though I'm way bigger, he would just I just wouldn't know what the fuck, and he would just wear me down. You missed a good question by Mo Brains. Mo Brain. Who do you think wins? Loma or Moratala? Ah, fuck. I'm gonna go with Loma. What about you?
I'm gonna go Loma.
You hated him for destroying Rigondeaux. Why? Because you got Cuban? Clarissa, is one of your Hispanic, is one of the seasonings, one of the spices in you Cuban? I forget.
Well, he made Rigondeaux quit.
Mm.
Let's call it what it was.
Good die, mate.
No Maschenko. What's up, Fight Sport Talk, my
Good
guy?
die.
Good die, mate.
Mariah today is a baddie. She's not bad today, too. Yeah. Money Fighter always wins, Marco. Ah, this shit again. Skull didn't seem like he wanted to fight. It seemed to me like he was following a game plan that he had disposed, that he came up with, and it looked like he was following exactly what he wanted to do. Stay the fuck away, take no chances, and try and tap his way to victory like he's Gregory Hines. Skull told that boy sorry after the fight. I don't exactly. What's he apologizing for? You think because he threw it? The GOAT training. All right, I don't know what the fuck is Mamoon putting here? The Mooner. Is this Mamoon? Oh, it's Mamoon. Is this you? Who the fuck is this? Oh, this is Rolly. Come on, Mamoon. You just made me waste that 10 seconds of my life. Why'd you do that? Broner would have KO'd Loma. Broner would have KO'd Loma. All right, I'm moving on.
Wow. I don't think Broner would have been able to touch Loma. Not with that footwork, man.
Exactamundo, Cliff. Beltran Berlanga, new fight op. I got Shiraz. Nobody believes me, though.
Berlanga knocks him out.
I don't think he'll knock him out. If
he's going to get fresh. He's going to get fresh, and he's going to get knocked out.
Fresh? Like,
yeah, he's going to get fresh.
What the fuck's that mean? Like he's going to open up, you mean? Like,
yes, fresh. Old school 80s. Don't get fresh. Don't get fresh, Marco.
Fresh, but that could be some. That's what they say to dudes hitting on girls. Hey, don't get fresh. So I didn't know if you're talking some gay shit with them too, which I don't want to see. Canelo was doing very little. Skull throws more punches. Canelo loses. No, not to flatter, but Johnny's hairline is flatter than the equator. Artificial. Oh, he says
artificial.
Yo, he says you got a chia pet on top of there.
Bro, this shit is real. Why y'all hating, bro? See, I'm not putting on a hat.
Johnny sprinkled the chia seeds.
Oh,
Marco versus Jake Paul. Jake would probably whip my ass at this stage of my life. Prime Gamboa versus Loma would be a good fight.
It would be. Interesting.
Yes, the plan was to avoid as much of the fight as possible.
Exactly.
Marco, had you switched up the name Skull for Shakur or Haney, they would have gotten the W versus Canelo. Huh? Do you know what the fuck that means?
What's up, Black Ray?
Black Ray D.
What up?
Black Ray D. Haney boxed. It's called boxing, fighting. I think he boxed. Well, he won.
Well, Haney won. I mean, that's not debatable.
Mamoon got my man Shiraz too. Fights that never happened. Loma versus Mikey Garcia. That would have been fun.
That would have been good.
That would have been fun.
Yes. Really
Young
good.
Broner had very high skill set. One of the most talented fighters you see. All the tools.
I agree.
Okay. Fresh. Yo, that's fresh.
Is Clarissa talking about my haircut?
I thought she was quoting, that's fresh, exciting. Doo-doo-doo. She's so exciting to me, yeah. She's fresh. Nicholas Walters versus Broner. Hell nah, Gamboa would lose to Loma. That's a fact. Broner versus Gamboa.
Gamboa was a good fighter, though.
Willie Pep versus Broner. Come on.
Hey.
Willie Pep is in my top 5 greatest of all time. Mikey wanted no parts. I thought he said pants. I'm like, ugh. I need a light blue hangout spot in an extra small for my chick.
I don't have any light blue and I don't have any extra small.
Javier. Yeah, he has a chance. If he comes in focused,
Hell
I got
yeah.
him winning. What you think?
Of course he has a chance. He's a former world champion. The problem is, how much does he have in the tank, and what's his motivation? Is it just to get a bag?
The tank isn't really the problem to me. I agree with the motivation though. I think
Yeah. What's the motivation?
when was the last
I'm not
time
convinced he wants to win this fight.
when was the last time we saw him really try?
Yeah.
Might have been against Martinez, which he
Yeah.
lost, but he was trying.
I'm not convinced he wants to win this fight. I'm convinced he wants to get that bag and keep it moving.
Is
That's
that
just
the
me.
Gwat in the chat? Greatest
Who's the Guat?
woman of all time?
Is that they talking about Clarissa?
I guess. That sounds Gwat. That sounds like twat. It sounds really disrespectful.
You said what I was thinking.
Yeah, it sounds mad disrespectful. What's up, y'all watching the fights? Nope. Discipline and often
I'm gonna start
overlooked.
watching them now, though.
Willie Pep top 5. Explain? What you mean explain? 229 wins, untouchable, defense, great footwork. Come on. His record and his skill level speaks for itself. Willie was too small for Broner, no? Yeah, Willie was a featherweight, I believe. Frazier versus Wilder. Ooh. Ooh.
Who against Wilder?
Frazier, Joe Frazier.
Mm.
I could see Wilder to me might be the hardest puncher of all time. So,
I'll take
and
Frazier.
let's not forget, Frazier was naturally the same. So Wilder was always carrying a 30 to 60 pound weight disadvantage because he was only 209, 210, fighting all these guys that are 250. But Frazier fought in a time when he was about 210 himself, but that was a standard weight. So my point is, Wilder knocked out dudes way bigger, no problem. Picture how hard that punch would land on somebody his own size, his own weight. So I might have to go with Wilder because Frazier would have a lot of trouble. Frazier was 5'10". He'd have a lot of trouble finding the 6'7" Wilder.
I think he would get in the inside and eventually land that hook.
All Wilder has to do is lean back like Fat Joe. And what are you going to do? You can't reach him. Snacks B, what's cracking, G?
What up? What up?
Frazier by decision in 12. Ooh, I like that take. The setup for Chavez Sr. fights Paul, the Avengers Son's loss. Thanks, bruh. Beat Holyfield twice. Huh?
Who?
Lennox
Bo?
Lewis.
Bo.
Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe.
Well,
Riddick Bowe
Lennox
beat him
didn't
twice,
officially
right?
beat him twice, but technically he did. Riddick did beat him twice.
Riddick beat him twice, yeah.
Who are we talking about? That's the only person I think to beat Lennox twice.
I loved Riddick Bowe.
I did at first, but then when he did, I mean, that dude was that job he did, that duck job he did was like, I mean, he ducked more than like he was playing limbo with that trash can in the
Which is
belt.
crazy because there was a lot of animosity, like they hated each other. That's
know.
weird that fight never happened.
And he was ducking like he was avoiding a Pyro drive-by. I mean, he was ducking.
You really think he was ducking, or it was just a business?
Throwing the belt in the garbage? Yes.
Oh.
He knocked. He got. Don't forget. I don't know if you remember this, but Lennox also knocked Riddick Bowe out in the Olympics and took the gold medal by knocking him out. So he already knew the dude hits hard. He already has a loss to him. He's the only guy at the time that was his size back then. When Riddick Bowe was 6'5", nobody else was really that tall. Nobody. Skilled, at least.
Yeah.
So, it was like, oh, this guy already knocked me out. He hits hard. He's my size, so I can't fucking bully him with my size advantage. Yeah, nah.
I agree with CJ, though. Don't know what the hell happened there, y'all. Marco just disappeared.
Oop.
There he goes. What the hell happened?
I don't know. I think I hit
that. Happens to me. Are you doing StreamYard?
Yeah. I hit something. I think I hit. Sometimes if you swipe, are you on a Mac?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. You swipe and it goes back.
That's what it. So that happens to me all the time. I hate when that happens.
Okay, to me,
how do you turn that option off?
You can't. I just I usually don't swipe like that by mistake. So you
Oh,
start
I see it.
getting
I
used
see
to
it.
not motioning like that.
Let me. Why? It's probably gonna kick me out. Let me see.
You probably can. Yeah, there it is. You probably can turn that option off, but Mac actually allows you to do everything like that. I got the point, Rafael. Good take. Lewis didn't knock out Bo in the Olympics. BS stoppage? Nah. Okay, it was a bit of an early stoppage, but you have to understand, CJ, from the eyes of amateur boxing, it was not a bad stoppage. That's what amateurs do. But I agree with you. Pro, yes. Amateur, it was arguably a bad stoppage, but that happens all the time. And in the pros, though, that wouldn't be.
Yep, it's the swipe thing, Marco. You're right.
Yeah. Holyfield versus Usyk. Again, snacks. I got to wait for Usyk's full career. But based on what we see so far, maybe Usyk, but it's hard to tell. Read my fantasy matchup. Okay. Macho versus Juan Mel Marquez. Ooh. I think Macho might beat him with the speed and the southpaw style.
I don't have a problem with that.
Lynn G. Guys, my husband put me into boxing now.
Nice.
I'm the expert. Shout out to both of you. I'm subscribed to both of you. Love you guys when you go live together. You the man, or that's a woman, I guess, unless it's a gay
woman,
man.
what are you doing? You're jacking that up.
Huh?
The woman, not a guy.
No, it said my husband, so it could be a gay dude. We don't discriminate here. We have Shane and Alberto are their gay community members. We do not discriminate.
Lynn G, we appreciate you. Thank you.
It could be a gay Asian dude. Lynn. Boom. Come on, man.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Lynn. Marco, your cat made a YouTube.
This cat would be meowing in the background, mad loud.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Your
Alberto's
cat.
husband. It's Alberto's husband. Have y'all seen the Chrissy? Yes, I did see it. Shit was brutal.
She got a biopic coming out soon too.
Appreciate you, Bailey. I dropped it today. Bo versus Pierre Kotzer. I dropped that today.
I think Riddick Bowe would have beat Lennox if they would have fought in the pros.
Everybody thought that at first because Bo just his career, even though they started at the same time, for some reason Bo his career excelled. He kind of raised the ranks quicker than Lennox. But
he was a better pro.
I disagree.
That point in their careers.
At that, right. No.
Right. I'm talking about when they would have fought.
I don't know if that's true. Lennox hadn't proven himself yet, where Bo did first. So was he better? Riddick just had better opposition, and he fought the better guys more quickly. Lennox might have had that shit in the chamber, locked and loaded. He just didn't get to show it or fire it until later on. But maybe. Just like I think Tyson, if Tyson would have fought Holyfield when they were supposed to fight the first time, right before Tyson went to prison, I think Tyson would have fucked him up. Even that version of Tyson who'd already left Kevin and was on the decline. I do. But the second coming, nah.
It's a good observation. Yeah. I mean, I used to say that too. I was like, damn, what if they would have fought when they were supposed to fight? How would that fight went down?
Well, that Mike, as I've told you guys, I've done videos on it. He was already his prime was done. He left Kevin. He was not moving his head nearly as much. He was throwing barely any combinations. He was throwing one shot at a time, loading up, infighting, would sit in the pocket, would clinch, just sit there, didn't move his head to get in, would get discouraged easily.
Yeah. Mo Brains just that's true, Mo. Look at Mo's comment.
Bo
he beat a prime
Holyfield. Lennox beat a washed Holyfield.
That is very true.
I disagree. The Holyfield that beat Mike Tyson and that beat Michael Moore, that was his second wind. That was one of the first times where we're like, oh, dudes at 36 can still be prime. So Holyfield had that weird heart thing. But
I wouldn't say washed Holyfield.
Not what he was fucking looking great when he beat Tyson. When he did to Moore, he was.
But he was a a much better version of Holyfield when he fought Bo. That I will say.
I don't think so. I think the one that
Man.
fought Mike was heavier, stronger, smarter, same speed and power. Let me rephrase: same speed but less power. The one who fought Mike had more power, more experience, more fucking weight on him. I think he was a better fighter, but it's arguable.
Yeah.
It's arguable. Mo, low key, a boxing historian. Yeah, man, I taught him well.
Yeah, cooking, bro. The chat's cooking today, man.
Go back and watch the coverage. What coverage were you talking about?
It's talking about
Marco tripping? You tripping. You tripping. You tripping like a live wire. Because I've watched 9% of the fights we talk. Well, yeah. Why would we talk about it if we haven't?
Those were great fights, man. I watched it, like, sometimes I'm just chilling, whatever, and I just start throwing up those old
And
fights.
you know what's funny? So we talk about highlights, right? Back when we were coming up before internet, we watched the same fights over and over. Why? We didn't have a plethora, a library of shit to choose from. We just popped in the VCR tape of wherever we had and we'll watch it over and over and we're bored. So we mastered it. Now,
yeah, right.
There's so much to choose from, which is another reason why I have so much to choose from to occupy my time. I'm going to do highlights of something I don't give a shit about. I'm going to watch the whole fight about shit that I do care about. So it's easier. It's easier for us older guys to know those old fights back and forth like Aaliyah, because that's what it was.
He said back and forth like who?
Aaliyah, baby.
Aaliyah.
Back, forth and forth, back and forth. Now check it. I think Holyfield that fought Bo would have destroyed Mike. Now you wiling out. That 209-pound. I mean, look, maybe because Holyfield
I just think Holyfield had Mike's number.
I was just about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. He might have just had his number, so it might have not mattered when they fought. And he never would have been scared of Mike. That was another big one.
And he was never intimidated by Mike. Absolutely.
And when Mike dropped the cornerstones of the Customado Peekaboo, which, as you guys know, Kevin Rooney taught me. I know, like, I'm one of the few people who have literally taught that style by Kevin Rooney. I know it back and forth like Aaliyah. When he dropped that style, he was relying a lot on intimidation. And when Holyfield or Buster came in, like, I ain't scared of you. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Big difference. Big difference. That's my jam. Sing it, girl. Who's your favorite all time, Mo? I'm going to go with, Mo's going to say Hagler or Duran, I feel like. Let's hear it, Mo. Mo Brizzle. The Holyfield, appreciate you. Wait, let me hit Mo with a proper gratitude and a proper thank you.
Thank you. Come again.
The Holyfield that beat Buster destroys Mike. Okay.
I just think Eddie Holyfield would have beat Tyson. I just think he had his number. That's just me.
You might be right. Marco said he got Mike Tyson inside him. Bri, why would you come and say some unbelievably fruity shit like that? I got Joe Louis versus Usyk being a great chess match. Nah. No. Joe Louis, we're talking 80 years apart. Do you know how much evolution occurs not only in the sport and the science of boxing, but in human genetics, in sports science and nutrition over that? Nah. I don't think Joe Louis could beat Usyk. And I hate saying that because to me, Joe Louis is era for era the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. Era for era. Remember what I say? Era for era matters. But he would have a chance to beat Usyk. Holyfield did destroy Tyson. Twice. Terry Norris is one of my top 3 favorite fighters of all time. Lesser known fact.
I take Terry Norris.
Oh, yeah.
I take Terry Norris.
Yeah.
He was a beast, man.
Too explosive.
But he
He did have a little bit of Folgers crystals in his chin. Could a prime Tyson beat Fury?
Wow.
Yes. Prime,
Yeah.
1988, beats anybody.
Remember, Fury has have been down multiple times against different people. He was hurt against Wilder. He was hurt against Usyk. He was hurt against a bunch of different people. Like if Tyson would have caught him, Tyson probably would have slept him.
And don't forget, people forget what made Tyson so great wasn't the power, it was the speed, but not the speed of his hands so much, the speed of his head movement to get in and his foot speed to get in. He's one of the few guys that Fury couldn't stay away from with his size. Tyson, he teleports in like he's fucking Nightcrawler. What's Fury going to do with that? When this guy teleports in like a magician, like some kind of a Brownsville sorcerer. Come on. I got Norris as well. All right, man. Let's wrap this shit up. It is late.
Holyfield was on steroids.
He might have been. He might have been.
I don't know. Maybe. And that's just that topic. And
he might have been. I'm gonna do this last one. We're gonna wrap it up. I like this one. Meldrick versus Zab. I love this one. Yayin, guys, don't judge him from his awful Broner takes alone. He is probably the best time machine / fantasy matchup maker in this community is Yayin. I got to be honest. That's a great one. I'm going to go with, I don't even know where to go with this one. Maybe because Zab is known to gas out and Meldrick doesn't. Maybe Meldrick.
Prime Meldrick was a beast, man.
But Zab, man, speed, power, angles, the southpaw style.
Yeah. I just think that I'm gonna go with the Philly. I'm gonna go with Meldrick in this one.
I want to go with Meldrick too, but I could see
speed.
I could see Zab I could see Zab harpooning him. With that
he'll hurt Zab. I think he hurt Zab.
He didn't have that much power, Meldrick, though.
Man, with that speed and combinations
top 3 fastest hands of all time. But he's one of the few people, Johnny, where his speed really didn't equal power. It really didn't.
You think so?
It didn't.
Well, it didn't against Chavez, but how many people were hurting Chavez?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think we all compare that to that performance. Like he was tagging Chavez, but he wasn't knocking nobody.
He was tagging him like he's on sale at Target, man. He was tagging him up.
Yep.
All right, CJ Rich. First, let me give you the proper thanks for this, which I know you want.
Thank you. Come again.
And now let me hit you with your favorite soundbite on my board. Oh, not that one. Where is it? Here it is. This is his favorite one.
Open your fucking ears, jackass. Open your fucking ears, jackass.
All right. No! Exclamation point. C. Jisms is mad. If Tyson got a hold of Holyfield in 1990, y'all will call him the GOAT. Got a hold of him, meaning beat him. A divorce and prison bid is too much, and Bo over Lewis in 93.
I agree with that.
You're looking at that career. I disagree with Bo over Lewis at any point, but I do, just because I saw it played out the way it played out. And I get your opinion, Johnny, which is like, okay, at that point, Bo was Bo, but he never faced anybody like that. And Lewis never showed, besides getting knocked out by one punch twice, Lewis has never showed real vulnerability. I mean,
but you're dismissing two big vulnerabilities.
Sure.
You can't just erase those, man.
Okay. And Bo hit harder than both those guys.
Exactly, man.
No,
I think if who knocked out Lewis,
Rockman and Oliver McCall.
Bo was a
but
Bo knocks him out.
People can argue he was taking him lightly. He would have not taken Lennox lightly.
He was a better boxer than any of those two guys. And a more better puncher.
Yes. But again,
he definitely beats
the
Lewis.
Taking lightly thing does matter. If you saw how tired Lennox was against Rockman, He got to fucking Africa one day before, didn't acclimate to the altitude, nothing. Just like, fuck it. I'll beat this guy from blackness alone, which is a quote from what movie? I'll beat this guy with blackness alone. Before we go, what movie? What quote's that from?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Anybody? What movie is that a quote from? You might be right though, Johnny. You're right. You're right. Maybe Bo would catch him. I don't know.
I think I absolutely think he does.
I should do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll on that tonight on my YouTube. I'm gonna say if they fought in '93, who wins? Great White Hope. Exactly, Mo. Mo is on fucking point.
Great White Hope. Oh shit, yeah.
Mo, Mo
said that I'm winning him over.
Damon Wayans.
Appreciate you, bro.
Damon Wayans wasn't training. He gets a fat belly. They're like, yo, you got to train for this white boy. He goes, man, I'll beat that white boy on blackness alone.
Shane said Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. Wait, who said they're winning you over?
Mo Brains. Damn, Johnny kind of winning me over.
Shane said Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
That's racist, Shane. Just any black movie? That's fucked up.
I like these shows where people are throwing these matchups for us to be able to break down. That was dope. We got to do more of these shows, guys. You guys were cooking today, man.
Yeah, for sure. And
this I like.
Yayan is the catalyst of these fantasy matches.
Everybody was throwing them in there. Somebody threw Triple G against you skipped over it.
Well, but what happened? What I like is when they throw it up, but then you and me have different opinions. That's when it gets fun. Like on the Bo Holyfield.
We've had a few. Yeah. Hagler against Triple G.
Say that again.
Somebody put Adrian put Hagler versus Triple G.
I don't pick anybody over Hagler, except a middleweight Roy. But Roy fought so small of an amount of time at middleweight. Roy to me is really so light heavyweight, because even at super middleweight, he only fought super middleweight for 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cleaned James Toney's clock like he works for Rolex, and then went up to light heavy. So anyway.
I like that one though, because both of those guys were basically middleweights their entire career.
Their whole career, yeah. And Triple G.
I'll take Hagler.
Me too. I take Hagler because Hagler, and if you watch some of his sparring, Hagler could get on his toes and dance like Ali.
Yes, he was
a box if he had to, and he switch hits. Triple G, while he hit hard and his chin was certified granite dipped in vibranium, he was a little robotic, a little one-dimensional.
That fight, Hagler against Triple G, this one would resemble Hagler against Mugabe.
I like that.
Mugabe was that guy.
But don't forget, Mugabe was taller. Actually, Triple G was 5'10". Triple G was actually, because Hagler was 5'8" maybe, which for the time, that was a normal middleweight height. But as again, I talk about eras, right? When I was fighting super middleweight, I'm 5'11". I was taller than almost everybody. Now, dudes are like 6'1", 6'2". Like, I'm short for a fucking middleweight now, but I was tall. So Triple G was taller than Hagler. So we would have the reach. Well, maybe not. Let's see something real quick. Triple G reach. Because, white people have shorter arms. 70 inches. Hagler. No, it's true. Us whiteys have short arms. 75. Hagler, 75. Triple G. Hagler had a 5-inch fucking reach advantage.
Over Triple G?
Yes. Triple G.
Oh, yeah. Hagler cooks him, bro. Hagler cooks him.
He's 5'10", okay? And Hagler's a 5'10". They say Hagler's 5'10". He wasn't fucking 5'10". There's no way. There's no way.
I think Hagler. You know what though? I don't think Hagler was short. Like you said, 5'8". When you said that, I was like, I don't think Hagler was 5'8".
Well, let's see something. Ray Leonard height. Okay, Ray Leonard's 5'10".
Ray was a little taller, right?
They're the same height. Ray looked taller to me, but they have them listed the same height. I think Ray had him. Okay.
Hearns
well, let's say they're the same height, but Hagler's reach was. Whew,
Hagler cooks him, bro.
5-inch reach advantage?
I'm not going to cook him, but Hagler beats him.
Yo, 75-inch reach for somebody 5'10" is crazy long arms. That's wild. 75-inch reach? I mean, let's see something. Before I go, Bernard Hopkins reach, who's 6'1". Bernard Hopkins has 75, same reach as Hagler, and he's 6'1".
And he had long. Yeah, to me, Hopkins had a long reach. Like
So
his
that
jab,
might have been
his
another
jab.
layer to the ass whooping tiramisu that was Hagler. The fucking reach he had. Never even thought of that.
Damn, I got one. Hagler against Hopkins.
I got Hagler over anybody except Roy.
Listen, when people ask me who my top 5 favorite fighters are, Hagler's up there. So
Okay. What
yeah.
you mean I found my niche? I'm confused. Appreciate the compliment. I just don't get it.
I guess picking old fights, picking fantasy fights. Is that what you're talking about, Michelangelo?
Race science.
I like that shit though. Y'all got to bring this energy to my shows too, man. I like these little. We got to keep doing this, Marco. This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope.
Throw. Do your homework. Let's throw some fantasy fights out there. Let's start talking about them. I think it's interesting. Yeah, but you see, you can't do current and old fighters with Marco because he don't want to predict those.
I'll do it.
Finish their career.
I'll do it, but I'll do it fine. If you guys really want to do it, I'll do it. But I feel like it's just not fair. Like how are you gonna analyze something when you only have half the data? But whatever.
It's fantasy at the end of the day, right?
True.
Up until that point, compared to what that fighter did, and it's always. You know why I don't think it's that much of a big deal? Because when we look at all these matchups, we're always looking at the prime fighter. We're not looking at the last fight. We're looking at the prime Pacquiao, like the prime Pacquiao against the prime so-and-so, or the prime Hagler against the prime.
Or we're specifying, right? We were saying, Holyfield in the 90s as opposed to Holyfield in the 2000s.
Or that. You can specify a time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Marcos Shorts with the wordplay is phenomenal. Appreciate you. Yo, Snacks, you a basketball fan? I'm about to drop one on my Knicks, baby. You the man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Johnny. We will talk.
Appreciate you, brother.
Mañana.
You got it.
Peace.
Peace.